Hi, welcome to Moonbeam's Messages. This is a collective reading for Taurus. This is your self-reflection reading for the month. Now, it is a timeless reading, so whenever it falls into your feed is whenever it's likely to be relevant for yourself, but it is the 7th of September when I am recording this of 2024. Now, because it's collective, it won't resonate with everybody. Please only take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If you don't find any messages in this for yourself, please check your other placements and you're likely to find a message in there for you. Now, this reading should include your past, present and your future, with it being a self-reflection reading. If you're not aware of what a self-reflection reading is, the idea is every now and then we've all got a bit of inner healing work to do, and sometimes we need a bit of a nudge because we don't know where to look. So this is that nudge from Spirit to give us an idea on what needs to be worked on. If you do like your reading today, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It will help pass the message on to anybody else that needs to hear it. And if you want to hear more from me, then don't forget to press that subscription and press the notification bell, and it will let you know whenever I do post new content. So let's get into this, Spirit. Can we get some cards, please, for Taurus for their self-reflection? Now, the deck I'm using today is the dark crystal deck. I had it for my birthday. I'm absolutely loving it. My birthday was only last Saturday, so yeah, really enjoying the deck. And then I'm going to be clarifying using my labyrinth deck. Okay, so the overall energy that we have for you is we have the Chariot. Now, that is currently in the reverse. So that is suggesting to me that you are lacking a bit of unification between your heart and your head. It's like you're torn in two and you don't know what it is that you actually want, or you can't make a decision. Potentially you're struck between two different things, maybe two different directions, and you're not 100% sure what to do, and you actually feel stuck in, like there's not any movement forward because you just can't make a decision. Now, in how you're currently talking to yourself, we have this Queen of Stones. The Queen of Stones in this deck is actually the equivalent of the Queen of Swords. She's very guarded. She wants the truth and nothing but the truth. I say the she because it's, a female on the card, but you can be male. Gender is fluid within the tarot, so just take it as it resonates. But this Queen of Stones, this is how you're talking to yourself. You're very much wanting the truth. You're trying to find your own truth as well, so potentially doing a lot of self-talk, potentially talking yourself around to certain things. This could be very much why you're not making a decision at the moment. You're trying to understand what it is that you want. You're trying to understand your truth, your clarity, and you're trying to get, the full clarity of a situation. You could even be overthinking, because the Queen of Stones is somebody that is also an overthinker. It could be as well that you are also extremely defensive with certain things. So maybe if people come towards you, you want nothing but the truth from them. Let's get some clarity on this Queen of Stones. Okay, so we have a Page of Feathers. So that's the Page of Swords. So potentially you're trying to learn something. You're trying to investigate a particular situation. It's where you're very much trying to find the information out with the Queen of Swords. It could be that you may be... The Page of Feathers or Page of Swords is very much known for, spying on people. He can sometimes jump to conclusions a little bit too much as well if he hasn't got all of the information. So this is very much you trying to get that clarity on a situation. The moon has come out as well. Now it is in the reverse. So there is something that you're fearing. You're fearing not having all of that information. We have the Chariot in the upright. So it's telling me that you do want to move forward, and you're telling yourself that you need the clarity in order to move forward. And we have an 8 of junk, which is the equivalent of the 8 of Pentacles. So you are very much wanting to work towards moving forward, and you are very much telling yourself that you can move forward and that you do have the skills to do that. You just need to work on it, and you need to get that clarity first. So yeah, it's very much telling me that you are scared of not having enough information, and that you feel like you can't move forward without it. And once you have got that information, you'll be able to move forward successfully and with some skill. Now, what you're hiding from yourself out of shame or fear, we have a King of Gems in the reverse. Now, that King of Gems is the equivalent of the King of Pentacles. When he's in the reverse, he is not very abundant. He's not very stable. Potentially, you may have lost out on some money, or you don't feel like you're a particularly stable person. It could be, with you being an earth sign as well, this could very well be that it doesn't necessarily mean it's all money. It can also be that you may not emotionally be stable as well. It could be that you may have physical ailments that are making you feel shame about not being stable. It could very well be you're just seeing yourself as not being stable at the moment, not being the success that you want to be. The King of Gems is somebody that is very skillful, regardless of whether he's upright or in the reverse. It's just how to put it. So he's still a very good leader. He's still very successful. He's still very skilled. Still very, very good at his job and whatever he does. The difference is when he's in the upright, he manages to retain that money. He manages to retain the success, the family, and everything else. In the reverse, he can sometimes lose it. So to me, this is suggesting that, you know, even if you're in a particularly great position work-wise, you could be ashamed that actually you might be in a lot of debt. You know, you might be ashamed that you're not as stable in that respect as you'd like to be. Let's get some clarification on this King of Gems. So we've got a 10 of Feathers in the reverse. Now that is the equivalent of the 10 of Swords. And we have a 10 of Pots in the upright. And we have the Dancers or the Lovers. Okay, so this suggests to me that you feel like you've been stabbed in the back, but you are trying to move forward from it. It is something that it may have happened quite some time ago, but you feel like that put you in an unstable place. Potentially you were betrayed. You do have the 10 of Pots, so you want to be stable because you want to have that happy, stable family life. You do see it as a requirement of that. So again, that shame comes in with that. And again, we've got the Dancers, so or the Lovers. It's very much suggesting to me that you feel like you need the stability in order to have a successful partnership and that happy family, a happy ever after kind of feeling. It feels like to me it looks as though you feel like you're betraying somebody because you're not stable. Now that might not be the case. It could be that you may have been betrayed previously in the past and by somebody, and it's left you feeling unstable. Maybe you're emotionally unstable at the moment, but it is something where it is suggesting again that like I say, that you've been betrayed but you've walked away from it. But yeah, so very much stability being the thing that you are fearing or being ashamed of. I can't see why you'd be fearing stability unless you're somebody that doesn't necessarily want the idea of settling down. Maybe you were scared of being stuck in one place. Maybe you like to be on the move. Maybe you like to be with multiple people. You know, maybe you don't like to keep your options limited and feel like you're stuck in one area, and that could very well be why you could be fearing a lack of stability or ashamed of it, or I suppose fearing stability. But yeah, definitely. Well, no, that's more of a. Well, I don't know how you want to put it. It's going to be relevant for some of you. Some of you may be feeling ashamed of that. You could be fearing having to settle down or settling down. But definitely, you know, whatever fear, whatever this instability is to you, it's something that you don't like about yourself. Now, what you can do to heal, or what help is available to heal, we have this devil. Now, the devil's coming out to the side, so what this is going to be a bit of a challenge for you, but this is actually breaking out of toxic traits. So if you've been addicted to something in the past, whatever that addiction is, this is breaking free of that addiction. It could be if you have certain negative personality traits. It could be, changing those up, breaking free of them, owning them and working on them. So it could be things like codependency, control issues, anything like that. It's very much breaking free from those. Negative self-thinking is also a toxic trait that you could have. Then you've got the generals of addictions of any type. Okay, so it's clarified so far by a 5 of pots in the reverse. So definitely negative thinking about yourself or a situation, breaking free from overthinking, breaking free from feeling sorrowful, actually embracing what has happened, learning the lessons from it to move forward. We have a Queen of Feathers in the reverse, which is this Queen of Stones there. So accepting that you don't have all of the information, and you might not have all the information, and moving forward without having the information, because it doesn't look as though you need it all. We have a 10 of Poles, which is the 10 of Wands. Now that's come out to the side, so potentially a bit of a challenge for you is letting down whatever burden it is, sharing the burdens. It could be that you might need to speak to somebody else that you don't necessarily know, which could be representing this Queen of Feathers. It could be that you need to just share your burden, or just release it. It's very much telling me that you have whatever it is that you're holding on to. It is feeling like a big, big weight on your shoulders. And it is very much that you do need to release it. And I believe it's very much something to do with the past, something to do with the sorrow, some regrets that you may be having, possibly the fact that you don't have a clarity on a situation as well. Now, we do also have a Temperance in the reverse, which is telling me that you've not been doing things that are actually good for your highest good. You're out of balance, you are not feeling very healed, you're not in tune with yourself, which actually matches this Chariot, because the Temperance is very much you being in tune with yourself. The Chariot, when you look at the Chariot, I mean, this particular Chariot isn't that great, but normally in a traditional tarot, you see how you got the two people at the bottom? Well, they're normally tigers or sphinxes, or lots of different animals in a tarot in other decks. He's sitting there in his chariot being pulled by two sphinxes or two lions, whatever deck you've got, and they don't have any reins. And it's being in tune with yourself, being in harmony with your heart and your head, and directing it mentally. So you're in control, and they will go where you want them to because you're in control. If you've not got that balance and harmony, and you're imbalanced, you're not moving forward. You can't move forward until you've got that balance again. In order to get that balance, you need to let go of whatever burden it is, or share the burden. You need to let go of whatever it is that you're holding on to, sorrows and regrets. You need to embrace the fact that you don't have to have all of the answers. And looking at this, it's suggesting to me that control might be part of the issue. So part of this toxic trait that you may have could very well be issues regarding control. It could very much be that your need to know the information and have clarity could very much have something to do with control issues. And that could be some toxic traits that you need to heal from and learn from. Now, it could also be that you've been subject to toxic behaviours in the past and you're still needing to heal from those and break free from those. Some of them can sometimes linger on a little bit, and that could be very much what's put you out of balance, and you could be feeling a big burden from. You'll know what negative or toxic behaviours you display, and that is something that you'll need to work on. Now, what you need to release. So we have a 7 of vials, which is a 7 of cups. So you need to release the idea of having a lot of options and being spoiled for choice. Potentially this could be what is also confusing you, and why you can't move forward, because you don't necessarily know what to move forward towards, because you've got so many options in front of you. So let's get some clarification on this 7 of vials, because to me this is something that is very much driving forward, or driving your being stuck, because it's like you're standing still, you're dazed by all of the options in front of you, and you don't know what to pick, and you don't know what to move forward to. Okay, so we have a page of poles in the reverse. Now, the page of poles can be somebody that's not very loyal. It can be somebody that lacks a bit of passion as well. Very indecisive in nature. He's very much somebody that doesn't travel anywhere either, or is stuck, doesn't go anywhere. So to me, that's very much mirroring this Chariot energy of being stuck. He's lacking energy, he's not moving. So it's very much, maybe you're not making the decision, maybe you just lack the energy and the patience to do that. The Strength card is there telling me, okay, yes, you need to have courage in order to release all of these options and actually choose something. And then we have a 3 of junk as well. So that 3 of junk, 3 of pentacles. So potentially this could have something to do with multiple people, feeling the need to be skilled, and to work with other people potentially. That 3 of pentacle, of 3 of junk is very much being with others, working with others. So it could very well be that you need to make that choice on your own and have that strength to make that choice on your own. Whatever it is, it needs to be your decision, not necessarily other people's decisions. It could also be that you may feel like, if you're at work, for instance, you could feel like you're doing all the work. You could very much be feeling a little bit overwhelmed. And where you normally have a lot of teamwork, it could be that you're not having, maybe you've got to have a lot of strength to have that teamwork, and it's not something that necessarily comes naturally to you. It could be that you lack a lot of passion to work with other people, and work in a team, and that could very well be why you are then dazed and confused, or just stuck with all your choices. And it's very much that you're just paralyzed by everything that's in front of you. You're paralyzed by all your multiple options. You're potentially envying other people as well that you're working with. That could be why we've got this 3 of pentacle or 3 of junk. Maybe you're a little bit envious and it's just not helping you, so you need to release all of that. Now, what you need to embrace, we do have a 5 of vials, which is weird. We've got the 5 of vials in the reverse over here, and it's telling you to embrace it. So over here, it's telling you to learn from your sorrow and learn from the toxic traits of certain things that you need to be getting over. And over here, it's telling you to embrace it. So that's going to be part of, you need to embrace it in order to learn from it. So this sorrow or regret will help you learn those lessons over here in these challenges. So let's get some clarity on that 5 of vials. Straight out, 5 of wands, ace of feathers, 6 of feathers. So 5 of wands there. Now that came out a little bit to the side, so suggesting to me that, let's say 5 of wands, 5 of poles, same thing. it's suggesting to me that you are very much in competition, potentially with yourself. If you are in competition with other people, it could be quite hard to get out of that. Maybe this 5 of Vials is because you've been put in competition with certain people. The 5 of Vials doesn't have to be a relationship. It can be other things. Potentially a job that you really loved, and over here where you've been, you're not necessarily working with other people. Here it's suggesting you've been in competition with them, but it's suggesting to me that you embrace that competitive nature. Embrace that there might be a bit of competition. You might not like embrace, competition. You might want to constantly just work with people, not compete with people. But this is suggesting to me that you actually do need to compete with them, and that could be something you find quite challenging. Now, it's also making sure that you are ignoring any kind of anything that's going to cause conflict, so while yes you can compete with them, do it in a not necessarily in a non-contentious way, so competing with them on a fair even playing ground, not getting yourself into conflict, not getting yourself baited and rising to the bait. We do have an ace of feathers, so learning your truths with regards to what you feel like you've lost, learning about what it is that you want, learning very much about why do you feel like you've lost out on something, what is it that you're, that you wanted from that, what is it you feel guilty about, and it's realising that not everything is lost. You do still have something there, and a lot of the time it's things within yourself, and it's very much overcoming old attachments, breaking through difficulties, embracing what it is that got you there, embracing the truth behind that, what that is, cutting out what doesn't serve you anymore. And then we have this 6 of feathers, very much moving out of turbulent air, getting out of conflict, out of strife, getting very much into smoother waters where things are a lot calmer for you, and moving forward. So very much this is something where you can move forward. You just need to basically have a bit of a change of a mindset, heal from some addictions or toxic negative traits that you may have had, embracing that you don't need to know everything, releasing the need to, or releasing the fact that you've got so many choices. Make a choice, pick something. Yes, you may have to compete over whatever it is that you picked, but that's absolutely fine. Embrace that. Realise what it is that you want, what it is you need to go for. If it's something that you've lost in the past and you're going after it, then embrace that. Embrace what it is from that you feel guilty and sorrowful for, and learn from it, so you know what it is you need to move forward in a healthier, calmer manner, so that you're moving forward with peace and serenity. Right, let's get you an Angel of Light card to see if there's any more messages that Spirit would like to convey for you. Knocking over my little elephant. Spirit, can we get an Angel of Light card, please, for Taurus? Oh, you get 2. So we've got laughter and forgiveness. So laughter is a wonderful healer. It shakes out fear and leaves you feeling happier, clearer and more relaxed. Remember that angels fly because they take themselves lightly. So make light of difficulties and see the funny side of situations. Laugh at yourself and with others. When you relax and laugh, your angels drop in new suggestions and ideas which can transform difficulty into delight. Laughter is the sunshine which dissolves the darkness. So be merry, joyous and fun-filled. Your affirmation: I see the humour in everything. Forgiveness. Angel wisdom reminds you that challenging people and situations are sent to you at your most important teachers. Without them, your soul will not grow. Your guidance is to let go of the hurt, resentment, and the anger of the past. When you forgive others and yourself, your karma is rubbed out and out of your soul records. You will enjoy love in your heart and lightness of spirit. Ask the angels to help you dissolve your hurt, anger, and guilt. They will take your burdens from you. When you love unconditionally, there is nothing to forgive. Love is forgiving, so open your heart and give love. Your affirmation: I always forgive myself and others. I am free. So very much there about releasing things that don't serve you, and very much about, forgiving yourself, not letting hurt and guilt keep you stuck. And there was very much a couple of cards about guilt in there, those five of cups. So yeah, I did. Now there were some repeating numbers in there today, a few 10s and a few 5s. So if you are into numerology or your angel numbers, if you do see reoccurring numbers around, it usually means you're on the right track. But sometimes Spirit has got a small message to let you know that you just need to work on something to keep you on it. So if you do see synchronicities in your angel numbers out there, do check them out and see what kind of message it is that the angels have got for you. And it'll help you move forward and heal. Hey, if you enjoyed your reading today, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Good luck on your healing, and thank you very much for joining me.